What's up, y'all? I just had the wildest dream this morning. It was like night, but there was like people throwing shit around, like little feces, like some nanny mon. I had like deja vu experiencing it. I was thinking, it reminded me of one of the dreams I used to have when I was younger in Pennsylvania. And I used to loosely think that house was haunted. You know, I never said it outright, but if it was, then man. But it was like very surreal. Like, I don't know, it just felt nasty. It was like some kind of old video game, maybe like GameCube. Video games used to give me nightmares back then. Like we weren't made to experience that type of stuff. I'm always scared of games like Crash Bandicoot and Spyro. Because there's that old mission on the farm that used to scare me. But yeah, I don't know. It just reminds me of being new to a lot of things when I was young, you know? But yeah, we are that now. Happy Friday. You know, end of the week for my full-timers. And yeah, it's around 2:48. And we'll head to the John. And yeah, every time I start these videos, my hair, I realize, never looks straight. It looks better now, but I don't know. It is what it is. But yeah, and it's ironic. I named the last video validation as like a critique to it, as like, you just gotta do what you gotta do, man. Can't always worry about how you're gonna be validated for, because that's ultimately not what's gonna, gratify you. You gotta do it for the love of the sport. And I was looking at that like, damn, nobody look at that. And I even made it food. Maybe someone will click on that. But still, you gotta keep on doing it. Love of the game. I almost thought about not doing this video. I was thinking about, stories in my brain. I'm trying to get into writing again. But the reason I think I had that dream, because I was absolutely exhausted. And usually how it goes is, let's see, when did I wake up? I actually don't remember. Because I had that weird nightmare where people were throwing shit around at like 3 p.m. I can't even describe it to you. That's how bugged out it was. But it was like grainy, blurry, and like a video game. I don't think it was real. But yeah, like the graphics were, yeah, man. Yeah. It felt like I was actually being tripped out. There was no structure to it. There's people throwing feces around, and that's all I remember. But what was I saying before? I don't know. It's one of those days, man. I thought about getting to y'all yesterday, but what happened yesterday? Right, I did stuff with my family. That's all you need sometimes. That's all you need most days, honestly. But I just forgot about something. I got to check. Is everything in here? Ah, crap. Well, we're gonna have to go back to the John real quick. But maybe I can get this off now. We never had this part where I forgot something. But I did, in fact, forget something very important. So yeah, we're just gonna head back, but probably get on the other side of the road. But yeah, I was doing stuff yesterday with the family, so I couldn't get to y'all yesterday. I wanted to, though. I'm glad I got to y'all the day before. Wednesday, right? No, I didn't. I said I was going to get to y'all. No, I did Wednesday during the night. And that might have released Thursday morning, because we got pretty late on that one. But yeah, I've been thinking about, you know, work ethic, working. Because this is guy on my job, right? Shout out OG. Let's call him Cat, right? Now, Cat works 3 jobs, right? I was like, I've always been trying to get on that tip. But I don't really get exhausted except like that. Nobody's going to work me like that. Especially even after work. I'm going to get off at around like midnight. And I got to do stuff early for graduation tomorrow. Which, you know what I mean? It's something to get out the way. I need a diploma to do something, so I'm just trying to get that. It's not really an event to me. But I think about work. And here's something I want to say. It's not about how long it takes to do it in like a metric sense. Like, oh, it took me 1 week to make this, 1 month to make this, 1 year. It's more about how much you do in that 1 week, right? It's not about how long the metric is. It's about how much you do. Because I realize some people can make music, start making music in a year. And, you know, whatever motivation they have, whatever ethic they have, oh, it's about to rain. Okay, we're going to have some fun today. You know, it seemed like I just felt a droplet on my finger. But it's about how much you do. Someone who started making music in 1 year, who keeps on working on that, it's probably going to probably have some buzz by the end of the year. It's really how much you do. You got to be in the people's faces. And I've been thinking about, you know, how much do I want to be in the people's face? I really don't want to do the Instagram Reel stuff. If anything, I want to make real specific content. Or like, I have to plan to put something on there. I don't want to just extract the videos because I want these to be like a gold mine. You know, that's how I imagine these. Because outside of the context, like I said on the earlier episode, I don't want you to come to me for a specific type video, right? And then be disappointed when you don't get that. Because we do everything over here. And I think I'm going to get a wishy-washy audience if I do that TikTok stuff, right? I'm not sure how far we should get. I'm not sure if I want to show the house. Well, we got a little while off to go. Matter of fact, I'm going to just cut it. I'm going to see y'all in, 1 second as we do. Yeah, I forgot to get my hat. You know what I mean? So, I'll be right back. All right, we back now. All right, I got my thing. But like I was saying, it's not about how far you work, I guess. It's how long you work. And, like my boy the Cat said, it's 24 hours in a day. Now, I always said that to myself. I didn't know what it meant until now. I was trying to get on the daily, John. But it's not about working daily. It's about working often. Think about how much videos I can make in 24 hours, right? And maybe that's the process I need to get on. It's not about how far you make. It's about how often you make. You can do a lot more in 24 hours than some people do in the week. I know that, right? Trust me, I would know. And so I'm basically getting my setup together. We moved the mattress out. It's very, very comical, this whole situation. Basically, one day I was waking up from a nap, maybe 2 to 3 days ago. And then all of a sudden, my people were like, we gotta destroy the mattress. What do you mean destroy the mattress? I was still like delirious. I was wiping. Sorry, that was probably just the engine. Never feel too safe, but yeah. But they said we had to destroy the mattress. Like, what does that mean? And apparently I had like lead in it or something. I still don't know why. It was flammable or something. It was just bad. So Amazon got to my mom and said, we got to sell. No, not even sell. It said destroy. What does that mean? And so basically the people found a way. Then they put it in the garage. So that was a fun little story, right? But yeah, I'm thinking, there's always going to be a guaranteed video when I'm outside. I can abide by that. It is something to abide by your own schedule. Back when I was, unemployed. That was the difficulty. I would get something out of every now and then, you know. I would get a, you know, jolt of inspiration by going outside. Experiencing people is one of the greatest inspirations. Everybody lives a different life, you know. But yeah. Basically, I think I want to embody that feeling more, you know. Do something often. You don't gotta, you know, state how far you do it. Because I see people just starting up. Maybe they started rapping a year ago. But the thing is, they rap often. And that's how you get them keen. You know, it looks good on the article to say 15, 16, 17-year-old rapper drops something to something, you know. But anybody can really do anything. Anybody could have dropped the Finally Rich, you know, deep down. And of course, it's based off where you're from, but you know what I'm saying, right? Anybody could have dropped, I don't know, Yeet album. I think that's more the man. Anybody can fight in their hearts to drop a Gunna album, you know, type. But yeah, it's about how often you do something. And how have I been? Well, you know, I'm trying to stick to the ethic as usual. Yeah, we got some food from outside. Turns out Mama has a lot of leftover points off stores, so at least that's nice. We're not doing too much, you know. We just ain't nobody's perfect, and of course I try the best of my abilities to, you know, embody what I want to do, but you got to create something. You got to be the change you want to see, you know? And it's not going to happen easily. So just stay staunch, keep working. Hello. But as long as you just stay on your path, do what you do, you're going to shine. And, you know, catharsis is waiting. Let me say that. Because I've been biding my time. And the people don't see. You know, I'm always finicky about cars with windows open. Now, I don't know what you want to do. You might get tricky one day. You might, you know, reset the factory settings. And then you might just, boom. I don't know. That used to be a thing. You know, I would be outside when I used to have headphones for the phone. Now I just have one Bluetooth earbud. You know, it holds me down. You know, I've worked with worse. I'm sure we all had the situation. And, you know, I hope it ain't just me. Because if this just happened to just me, then it's really some BS. Okay? But there comes a point in every headphone's lifespan where you gotta freaking tinker with the cable to the whatever you're listening from, and or it's like the middle part where the two, you know, go out, where it only starts playing in one ear. All right, so I've been living with that, and I think it's probably more frustrating if it's only in one ear, but you have the other one in your ear. You know, the other one for the Bluetooth situation, it's just that the other one doesn't to me. I make sure I gotta look at my John too. I thought about going a lot earlier. All right, yeah. I thought about going outside a lot earlier, but you know, the thing is you can't be working too early on the John, right? Because, you know, labor stuff. I get it. You know, I was trying to do a full shift on Tuesday, but nah, that's probably not gonna work. I think when people say, "Can you cover for me?" that's probably for people that don't have that day. Because imagine how much they're gonna owe me if I do 9 to 11. And I'm down to do it, by the way. But I'm trying to get like the cat, man. I'm trying to get multiple jobs. So, you know, earlier, see my 2 break days, looking on Indeed. And yeah, my schedule's pretty good right now. At least with a lot of free time, 5 free days out of the week. Well, no, yeah, 5 free days. Only worked 2 days so far at Zaxby's. And this morning, while I'm so exhausted, I was about to get into that, right? I was writing notes on my wall. I'm trying to keep my walls filled. Pause. But you write on the walls, you own it. I mean, I'm trying to personalize my walls. But yeah. Anywho, what was I saying? Yeah, I was writing notes on my wall. You see, I had one of those crashing moments, But basically, I only know how to work the grill so far. I'm not so good at the arranging stuff, right? Because, yeah, it's a lot to remember. So hopefully they don't get too experimental on me. And the man. Hey, it's the lemonade guy again. People are really trying to get that lemonade shit off now. That was supposed to be me once. I was thinking about getting back into the cookie stuff. And the last cookies were so bad because I used flax seeds. It came really raw. Now the chia seeds gave a nice crunch to it. It tastes like a brownie. And I love that. So yeah. I think if we just get out in the world more, and usually that means every day. But once a day might not work. I used to do it when I was re-uploading all the videos. Lord knows those wouldn't get any views, man, right? But it's about how much you do. Hello. Hey. But I don't know. Always be prepared to try something new, man. And we'll see what happens. I'm probably not gonna get to y'all tomorrow. I'm not gonna do a secret camera drone. It'd be nice if I had a tripod or something. I'm trying to get a stand. I used to have a music stand. It's probably in the garage somewhere, actually. I was about to say we trashed it, nah. Because I got the cord. My switch is back working. Hooray. People used to always talk about SIM cards or something. Something that allows you to record a console from the John. And I was never sure how that works. Would you cast it to your computer and that's how you see the footage? Because that's one thing. Because I would used to just screen record it, right? And yeah, maybe that's an investment I have to make too. But if I don't have to, I won't. But we already know what's happening with the phone screen recorder. And yeah, that's his own thing. And the worst part is that it used to work before. But everything is maybe it's because it's Bluetooth? Okay, we need to look into that. Maybe it only works when it's actually connected to the phone and not Bluetooth. But with the first screen recorder, John, it just didn't work in general. It literally said, this post has no audio, even though I would have it on max volume. Sorry, that's that. But yeah, I think it's gonna be one of those days. I think this happened last time I had to leave in the afternoon. I don't really have a topic, but I got my little sleep. I don't remember when I woke up. Maybe 12. I think it was 12 actually. Yeah. But yeah, you gotta hold yourself to the standard, and you just gotta do. Keep on doing. Cause I'm somebody who I believe I have no direction and no place to go outside of what was gave to me. I gotta make my own space now. And that's the plan. And when I started thinking about the 3 jobs, right? It's that, wow, people really, we're not getting paid from one job to, afford a living. Even when I heard about my grandma, right? They gave her a upcut of 500. I don't care if it's like NDA, you know, power to the people, but she was getting charged 1,000 to live. You know, she got to get out of there because she only has one job, and when you usually jobs without degrees or that you can get without degrees, like the entry level stuff, is not affording one living. That's just how I assume the nature of it to be. Because I only owe this one job, I get like a cool, you know what I mean, allowance money, man. But you really gotta get a lot just to live in an apartment. 1,000? It's really set in recently how much 1,000 is. I'm like, I can't be thinking about $1 million, you know what I mean? Because that's always what we think of. I want to be a millionaire. And it's good to be ambitious. I wasn't working like I was ambitious. I was dreaming like I was ambitious. And you might as well do nothing though. You know, in a way. That's how I carry it. You got to work to back up the dreams is what I'm saying. Don't stop dreaming. Dream is important. But 3 jobs is probably what you need to even get to that 1,000 before the end of the month. You know what I mean? So I know I'm maybe 300 by the end of the month for me. I don't know. That's just a little estimate. And yeah, people waking up at 1, staying up all day, falling asleep in the car. Man, Cat was going through it. And that's probably the life of a lot of people. Now, I don't know how to change that, but all I know is that it's bad. And that's a start, right? Know what you don't want. And then you can figure out what you do want, right? And that's the thing. 3:13, I think we're going to be good. Good on time. Maybe I'll get there like 15 minutes early. I like to get there mad early, but, you know, for someone just to be there, no, I probably should have just went out 1. Usually they'd be like, hey, you need to be here to do something, right? And it's like, I'll be there. You know what I mean? Yeah. But yeah, this place is mad vanilla, man. We got some ice cream yesterday. It's just, I don't know, I'm trying to turn something up. And all these times I wasn't making music, doing these videos, I've been soul searching. I wanted to make something authentic to me. And I don't know, I wanted to humble myself as well. I wanted to be integrated with life, and I'm getting integrated with life. Hello. But I can't lose myself in life either, right? Because like I said before, you gotta make what you want to see. And I don't see a lot of real. You know what I mean? Just how I'm carrying it, man. But yeah, I don't want to do the Instagram stuff. I want to stick to YouTube. Because back then, people used to just get it off YouTube. I'm sure the algorithms change, all that. But the thing is, I've seen it done before. I'm not sure how much people were getting this stuff off Facebook, Twitter. And people were using that just for fun, too, right? But I realize that's a part of the branding. I don't jack that. I'm not using X to save my life. I already told you last time about the Twitter store. Or about the Femdom store. You see? And I'm not repeating that again, right? Even so, I've seen how it affects people. I've seen, you know, experiences, or I heard experiences from my family. Also seen, yeah. Nah. I want to almost every time no. Okay, let's reset that. Every time I want to reiterate, I'm never using the Chinese app. Okay, I tried to once, you know, I had my friend on there, the man. Nah, probably just some nastiness stuff too. I got the Chinese app. I'm not using the Chinese app, bro. And I heard, like, the man, it get nasty on there. I'm talking about porn, by the way, on the Chinese app. I'm not using the Chinese app, okay? Yeah, I don't know what the strategy is. Sometimes you get 1 view, sometimes you get 0 views. Sometimes you get 1 view and 1 like. I don't know. I think the thing is you just got to keep on doing it. Practice outside. You know, practice outside of, you know, doing the videos. You know, do something better. And the end goal is getting you know, a community, right? A community that interacts with each other. Where I can wave at someone and they don't look at me like I'm crazy. Man, I'm trying to keep the recipes, man. And this got mad scary over the years. I'm noticing. And for the man that was lonely during most of COVID, you know, just like, you know, the two people there going through it. You know, there's two responses to trauma. We mentioned it before. Either you know, spite. What's happening here? Oh, let's hope they're not on BS. But, yeah. Is that like an accident? I almost want to avoid that. I don't know. What the fuck's going on there? How about we dip into the jump? Oh, no, let's not. Man. But, what was I saying? Yeah, it's two responses to trauma. Either you do to spite, or you replicate. You know? I said that better in the last video. Who cares? We in this John. Seems like some kind of car exchange happening. Everybody on bikes now. It's summer, man. It's Friday. Man, we in life now. The man. But yeah, I don't really have nothing to talk about. Just, hey y'all.
Oh wait, so am I?
But you gotta set the standard, is what I'm saying. I don't really have a topic for this. I'm just, you know, talking about life. I want to get more jobs is the resolution. God damn. Things like some gas stations smell like some IHOP eggs. But yeah, I think I'm going to college. I'm not sure. So I'm thinking I don't know. This is going to be a risk. Well, not so much a risk, more so a gamble. I'm sure it's going to be positive at the end of the day. I mean, I got to make something from it. But no, I'm trying to get Pflugerville popping while I'm still here. You know, can I do that in 2.5 months? I think I can. What does that look like? I'm probably going to have to do some IG Reel BS. And I don't know. I don't like that. I mean, sometimes I engage in a revelry, but I don't know. It's definitely a tool. Social media is a tool. But I want to make specific content for the job. Or maybe, you know, there's a lot of walls I have to break doing this. I'm breaking social walls. You know, I'm breaking a lot of walls doing this. Breaking bad habits, starting new ones. And maybe one of the walls I have to break is, you know, you're going to have to record sometimes. Or matter of fact, clip. Clip is the word. You're going to have to clip some stuff out. I try and post my music on the light tip. I don't think my music is at a spot where, you know, it's at a far point of being good. I think my music isn't at a point of being widely accessible, I guess. Because, you know, everybody knows the lip sync. I see it on BandLab. Because BandLab's like social media now, which is very funny. But just for music, but I'm sure not also for music too. I'm sure people doing other stuff. But on IG Reels, we all seen the lip sync to the generic underground. The man. Yeah, I'm hating. I've been observing. I was like, I could have done this shit if I had fucking FL. But I can do the shit today. Why we always gotta procrastinate? Talk about something tomorrow. If your day is filled now, for me at least, I'd rather do it. And you know, still getting my situation, you know, my new space in order. When I get home, I'm gonna check in the garage, see if I have a stand. So I thought about, you know, I used to have a music stand, you know, for bands, stuff like that. I think during virtual school as well, you know. But the thing is, will we have trashed it? You know, we don't always think about the future. I think we ought to sometimes. We don't always need to give stuff away. I gave a lot of games away because I thought I was never going to use my console again. And it's fine. When it's games, you can replenish them, right? You know, at least it wasn't something you can't refund. As in, you can't just get them back. You can pirate games. You know what I mean? But, yeah. I hope this is riveting to y'all. And, you know, I'm just trying to get ideas off them, man. Oh, yeah, I looked at Tater Q's, you know, the black-owned business that said they need a cook. We can see how that goes. Now, I couldn't get an interview this week because I was really filled. Well, I wasn't yesterday. Actually, I was planning to make a video yesterday, but I think it isn't how much you do and how far you do it. It's about how much you do and how much you do it. You know what I mean? It's not about making 4 videos in 4 days. It's about making 4 videos over 4 days, one reel each day. You know, post one post. But I think the trick with that is to make new music. I think that's what I ought to do. Make new music. I'm passing through here. I don't want to interact with that person. This is little gardener. You know what they say? They're gonna protect deers before they protect us. Yeah, this is bugged out. But yeah, one man army. I'm gonna have to get in other avenues, but you know, don't compromise your morals too much. It's not like I have any new catalog to get out. I think my music is probably more like music video type. That used to be the old promotion. I think music videos can be my form of that. You know, you can freak it in your own way. You don't always gotta do what's expected. Or what works for other people may not work for you is what I'm saying. I probably gotta get back in that dictionary too. Just read more. I realized before this, I went a lot of days without speaking. And that's probably bad for a lot of people. I still have my stuttering John. Right, even yesterday. Wherever this feeling is, this look is, I felt that a lot. It felt like I was trying to speak, I couldn't though. Because I was like, I don't know, like my tongue would twitch and stuff. It's a horrible feeling. I'm not sure it's because of the IA. We're just gonna call it the IA, the isolation autism. Or it's that lack of not speaking. It could be, you know, a symptom of IA. But who knows? I just need to speak every day, I think. Just read something. Because I don't know what this feeling is. We all make those involuntary noises, right? Like like just randomly. Just random noises you make. Maybe when you're listening to something and you can't really hear yourself. Well, it doesn't even matter if you hear yourself or not. It's just, sometimes we just make random noises, you know? I mean, good times here. Back in 2025. You get down here at like 4 a.m. No, probably even early, like 2 a.m. Because I lived right across the John. I lived right down there. Are y'all seeing? Right, yeah. It was over there, right. And I was coming here mad early, listening to music. And that was a form of brainstorming, you know? It was a form of it. I think I've done enough brainstorming, and maybe that's why I don't have, you know, traditional phone headphones anymore. I have one earbud just so I can hear stuff out of my phone, you know, without it just blasting into the world. Because the other one, it doesn't really like connect. Basically, only one of them has battery, and the other one just dies instantly. It's interesting. But yeah, got to make more music. I gotta give them something to show them, right? it's because my old catalog wasn't geared to that. It was me making music because I wanted to, right? But now I gotta realize that there's strategies to this. You gotta be strategical about what you make. Yeah. And I think for me, that's probably making something just listenable. I'm not gonna go on my little high horse. I can tend to do that and say something more generic. Oh, I just felt on my eye. It's about to get crazy. Well, my hair could always use some more moisture, you know. So it's probably not gonna get too bad before we get to the drum. But yeah. I just gotta make more, put more effort. That's it too. I was fine with my situation. I gotta sit sometimes with a song and mix it. Yeah. And when it comes to recording games, if we want to get back to police speak, because I got a computer again, you know, working. I'm getting it back in, you know, order. You know, the one I used to use for school, because I already showed you all my old computer piles. And if I don't want to go outside, we can just hit the PN closet. That's where I used to make all my music. You know, it's another place to do than the man. Right, and I'm getting out too, so I don't got to worry about being trapped in there all day now. You know, 8 months ago. Was it really 8 months? I remember I was looking recently and said like 8 months. It's really 8 months? Huh. Yeah, whenever Solomon first got a job, it was very gradual. And you're gonna find your stride, whatever that may look like for you. I think I'm getting into it now. I got reasons to go out. I got stories to tell. But unfortunately, if I'm not gonna hit the Chinese app and all of its replicas, I think maybe I'm gonna have to play to the algorithm more. Because the Jack Harlow review got some John, the man. But I really don't want to do all that. At least right now. You know, I've seen a different vision from my stuff beyond just the candids. Beyond just all the candids we do now. I have nothing to speak on. That's not going to change whether or not y'all click on it or not. At least I didn't get a dislike yet, you know. Let's not jinx it, but at least I didn't get a dislike yet. I'm only getting likes. I don't know who subscribed to me. But shout out all y'all. And fuck everybody I lose. So I'm not gonna change. Alright? But wow. Well, they cut this whole thing. I was wondering, like, this looks like mad barren, but that explains it. But yeah, it's always something. Maybe, no, matter of fact, once I get this computer back working, after work I'm gonna check in my garage for like a stand to put my phone on. We can record games from the consoles like that. I got excuse me. No. It is ScreenWec. I got ScreenWec on my phone. ScreenWec on my computer. It's even pissing me off saying it, because eventually I'm gonna think that's how you say it. No. And I'd be messing up. My mind and my voice aren't in tune. I'm thinking this is because I was watching some, you know, more little spoilers. Yeah, damn. And that's nothing on him. That's just not what I want for me, you know? I'm trying to make more. I'm not trying to consume. I don't want to just be a consumer anymore. I want to make what I consume. Something for the soul. But yeah. I think earlier I was thinking about talking about this. So, Los and Wag, Los Porras and his father were watching something like, it's like, I forgot, it was like it was one of the 3-letter guys. I forgot his name. UDR or something, where they do loyalty tests. I was watching that, I was like, are they real? I think so, actually. And that's all I really want to speak on that. I'm over it. I don't even want to talk about that. I want to react to my own stuff now, okay? I like me. I'm not all the way all right with me yet, because I'm still making these laps. These laps I know I shouldn't. And so, matter of fact, today's the day. I put it on wax, you get it in the universe. Whether or not anybody watches it, some may watch it, in the far future. This thing is with me, when I watch people with, we're not the biggest audiences, but 50 is a lot. 50 is a lot of people. Imagine being parasocial with 1 million people. That's why I said you can't be thinking of $1 million, right? Think about how much it takes to get to 1,000. And then we're going to work from there. The man. But oh wow. Yep, it's definitely that hour. It's 3:33. I got 27 minutes to get there before I'm late. All right, no, I think I got it still. Yeah, look, it's calming down a bit. But yeah, I'm putting on wax, getting in the universe. I'm not watching any more of that stuff. And matter of fact, I used to have another account that I would watch, my nasty stuff on. And also, the stuff that doesn't serve me. Stuff I'm not making. Stuff that's not learning. Stuff that isn't educating me. Matter of fact, I'm going to do the music stuff on my main account too, right? Because that's going to keep me to the jump. I'm always at a point of deleting stuff. But there we go. It was in my brain, we got to it. Here's what I want to do. I want to get lost in the process. Okay? I've always been thinking, where am I going to start? Where am I going to start? Where do I start? You just got to jump, man. You just got to jump. Oh, maybe you won't grow wings. Maybe fall to your death. If you live, you live. You got to take risks. Oh, Lord. I'm going to have to take a risk right now. Lord. This is good. But you're going to have to take risks. Keep doing. Don't always think about what you're going to do next. Do. Just be in the studio, maybe make something. I think that's what I always wanted. I always wanted to say I got ahead of myself. Because at least that means I'm moving, right? Instead of just waiting. So yeah, I want to get lost in the process. Just keep on doing. And like I said, we're going to see what happens when I'm lost in the process. Stuff ain't just going to happen. I got to have a big catalog. Keep working. Always work. Get these more jobs. Get these money. Get these money. You know what I mean? But well, get lost. Get lost in the process. I know my way home already. I done been there too long. All right, that's good. But that's what I wanted to get to. I found a good enough segue. Can't always be getting distracted. I'm gonna be the one to make one day. I'm gonna be the one to keep on doing. Hey, how you keep on doing? You keep on doing it. I probably should. Nah, I'm gonna let this guy go. I'm gonna get this next one. You know. Everyday grind, everyday hustle. Always work. And use your voice. Speak loud. I've been a kid that's always been told what? As in you can't hear me. I don't want to whisper anymore. I wanna pop it. You know? I'm gonna be the one to do it. Get lost in the process. Always work. You got a dream, work to it. It's not about what you dream, it's about how you work to it. I mean, that's the thing. Hello. Yep. Yeah, this is something else. Oh well. I want to be in control of construction one day, you know. Whatever that may look like. Because I'm eventually gonna have to build. I don't know where to start there, but the thing about money, and I probably said this before, but money's a cushion to dream. You need money to live. It is how it is. You know, man. I mean, you just gotta be in the world, man. Maybe I'll invest in an instrument. I have $6-7 in my John. It's a very what's the word? Auspicious number. My bank account's very auspicious. I like that. That could be a bar. First line of a verse. My bank account's very auspicious. I don't really worry about my hair too much going out because I'm gonna put a cap on this anyway. You know my the man. That's all they're gonna be seeing. I ain't seen nobody on the schedule today, so it's gonna be testosterone filled today. Well, it is what it is. I'd rather hang out with women. I don't know about you. I can't be with testosterone too much, man. Niggas be dumb, man. That's just real. I've already, I think, challenged a lot of my masculinity in my brain. I'm much more of a person again than just a man. And much more of a black person than just a man in a white society who's black. You know what I mean? And I like it. But yeah, it is how it be. Hopefully we get our. So I told them, next video y'all see me. It's either gonna be Sunday, Monday, because I'm probably gonna be filled tomorrow because that's graduation. You know, we're gonna be there probably like 6 or something. Maybe 6 or the number after 6. But either Sunday or Monday, we're gonna go head over to, you know, that spot. I don't know what that spot's called, but over there, where we went to last time. You know, you got to make something you want to see, because if it's not the ecosystem that's positive, well, it's not going to change itself, right? You know, it's just an expression of the system. You can change things. Someone gonna have to start it. But we're gonna go over to the other spot. And we just gonna ask. We gonna do Solomon Gets a Job, but we smart now. Solomon Gets a Job, but we smart. It's gonna be our next video. Because we gonna just go look at spots. We just gonna look at spots. Ask around. Hey, can I get follow-up on the interview? I saw this on Instagram Reels. You know, I hate it, but I gotta respect it. You go to spots. You say, I'm here to follow up on the job interview, and we can plan something. I'm trying to fill up my name. Trying to fill up my log, but get more jobs, because Indeed, they be playing on it. I'm gonna go to the John and ask Crumble Cookie. Well, Crumble Cookie they were scary. See, what they did was they bumped up the John to 18. I don't know why. Maybe, I know, scandals. They don't want to get caught in no scandals for mistreating their employees. I respect it. Or you can just be good. I don't know. Yeah, fuck Crumble Cookie. Spreading diabetes in 52 states. Probably in Colombia. That's probably Crumble in Colombia, fucking up Colombia. Shout out my Brown brothers. Brown is back. It ain't leaving yet. Man. Nah, I'm prepared to distance from y'all if y'all on time, man. I don't need y'all, okay? The man. I'm me, okay? One man army. But yeah, they be playing on you on Indeed, excuse me, thinking they can't fall back. So I'm gonna go to 54th Street. I'm trying to follow up on the interview, and between now and whatever that comes out, either Sunday or Monday, we're gonna see if I make music by then, because you got to make something to put out. It's obvious, but you know, music ain't gonna promote itself. And that's the trick. You just gotta look around. Tater Q's. Hopefully I can get an interview on that, but you gotta apply pressure, man. That was always the trick. I didn't apply pressure. See, I was expecting gravity to be put on myself. You gotta apply pressure. Ain't nobody gonna do it for you. So yeah, that's my plan. We gonna do that. Get this money, get outside. People gonna know my face. You know what I mean? And I might poke the bear some. I might up around kill the bear. I don't care. I'm trying to get rid of it eventually, you know what I mean? And I'm just one person. I'm sure there was me's before me. And I'm trying to get back on my Hindu. You know what I mean? Trying to get back on my V. I'm trying to make it thorough. You know how Muslims say get back on my deen? I'm not sure what that means. Is that like just living the life as a Muslim? What's the Hindu version of that? I'm trying to get on that. I'm trying to get my mind right. Because that exhaustion was bugged out. And I'd be scared of going to sleep because I might be late for work. I mean, it is what it is. Maybe I should try doing alarms, you know? We got 2 new WhatsApp messages. It's 3:44 right now. I think we all good. We gonna head over to the John. Right? We're not gonna be late. No way it's gonna take me 16 minutes to get from here to down there, right? So yeah, I'm thinking about stopping the John. I mean, no way it's involving me. I can just check when I get there. Probably not gonna have much downtime though, right? Because people getting off, they substituting out new people. And I literally did just make the notes, like, you know, for the line. Basically, that's where they assemble all the meals and stuff. I just make sure we have the food ready, so the people that know how to do it by memory can go ahead and do it, right? Now, luckily, they're patient with me. I don't think they're gonna have me on that BS, but let's hope somebody else is there. Usually a manager is. So yeah. But I'm not these other people. I'm different. Okay? If I'm gonna poke the bear, we might as well get into a brawl. But I don't know. Because I'm feeling myself right now. You know? And I'm just speaking. But yeah, we're gonna have to follow up on some of these applications, get some new ones, see how packed I can get it. You see, here's the type of person I am. I was in school, choosing all AP classes, just off the strength. I didn't even know if I was gonna go to college. I was just trying to pop out, man. First time I got into the science club, and it's like a competition type. You go to different schools, you basically choose a subject. Now, I didn't know I was supposed to be humble. What I did, I chose all of them, except sans one, maybe. I didn't know I had to fit time in my schedule with a plan for all of them. So eventually, they just put me in the ones with the shortest. You know, they treated me like the short bus. You know, there's a few kids in my class. And I was always trying to excel. The thing is, I didn't know why I needed to. But we in life now. We making money, cash. We gotta do now. You know what I mean? We gonna do. We gotta get outside. Outside never goes anywhere. So I'm outside, walking to the sun. Yeah, I'm ready. Even if they not ready, I gotta be ready. You know, if the algorithm isn't ready for me, I still gotta keep on doing. It's not about what you work, it's about how you work. Smarter, not harder. It's very true. You don't gotta be such a struggle. You gotta work it smarter. And that's gonna take some thinking. You know? But yeah. Be ready for it. Because I'm imagining building stuff like this, you know? I imagine building stuff like that. Building schools, building stores. Whew. So always keep dreaming. Your day's gonna come. What the hell? Oh, nasty. Got some like orange rust on like chapstick. Couldn't hurt me to use chapstick again, but you know, all I need is also what I'm gonna do when I get home is I keep on thinking reimbursed. That's not the word. Marry, like how you do with ketchup bottles. Whatever. I'm gonna marry my coconut oil little trinket. Get that working. One new message. That's interesting. Oh yeah, I forgot to do my push-ups today. Oh well. Yeah. Ain't nobody gonna force a schedule on you, but you want to be something, it's gonna take something. So yeah, we basically at the John now. I want to get lost in the process. That's my dream. So locked in, they can't lock me out no more. A lot of times we lock out ourselves. I want to be so locked in, that's not even a thought in my brain. So yeah, we're gonna look at getting some more jobs. Time is money. Money is time. Power to the people. Black power. It's been P. Exercise. How'd you turn this off? Do some push-ups for me. All right, Fluff. P. Wait, is that? I'm trying to get this off. This is the P. Sign language P. Yeah, P.